Hello everyone, my name is Jackson Yu, and today I'm going to introduce how Taiwan's traffic law protect pedestrians. But before we get into the main discussion of my report, I want to talk about why I chose this topic first. And there are two main reasons. First, I'm a pedestrian and so is many other people. Even though I will use other transportation to go to my destination, however I still need to walk on most of my time, and sometimes I feel dangerous while I walk down the street. Because I major in law, which makes me wonder how laws protect pedestrians in our country. The second reason is Taiwan has a notoriety of living hell for pedestrians. So in early this year, CNN had a news that says Taiwan is living hell for pedestrians. The news said that according to government statistics, 42% of roads in urban area have sidewalks. But that doesn't tell the whole story. The roads can be narrow, full of parked scooters and cars, blocked by lamp posts and transformer boxes, and occupied storefront with plants or signboard. Pedestrians then often forced to walk onto car lanes. The description in news basically is the daily basis to Taiwan's pedestrians, which shows our traffic system is really unfriendly to pedestrians. And I want to know how our government deal with this issue and what our public respond. So, in my slide, I will discuss this topic in three different parts. First part is law introduction. In the second part, I will talk about why we need these protections. And the last part is my conclusion. Now, let me introduce what laws protect pedestrians in Taiwan. Now, in our country, the main traffic law is Road Traffic Management and Penalty Act. In Article 1 says, this act is enacted to enforce traffic control, maintain traffic order, and ensure traffic safety, which shows this law's main function is to keep traffic safe, and that also includes pedestrian safety. Now, let's take a look at some articles that aim to protect pedestrians safe. In paragraph 2 of Article 44 says, any car driver who fails to yield pedestrian on pedestrian crosswalk shall be fined from 1,200 NT dollars to 6,000 NT dollars. In paragraph 3 of Article 44 also says, should a car driver who fails to yield to visually impaired pedestrian with white can or guide dog in a pedestrian crosswalk should be fined from 2,400 NT dollars to 7,200 NT dollars. The first paragraph I mentioned of Article 44 is actually being revised on May 4, 2023, which raised the highest fine from 3,600 NT dollars to 6,000 NT dollars, and it already came to effect on June 30, 2023. This revise shows that our government realized that they have to do something to deal with this issue. Next, in Article 45 says, in the event of the following violation occur while attempting to overtake another vehicle, the driver of the car should be fined from 600 NT dollars to 1,800 NT dollars. And there are two types of violations related to protecting pedestrians, which is subparagraph 6 of paragraph 1, driving on the sidewalk, and subparagraph 10, failing to yield to vehicles and pedestrians when beginning a drive. And in Article 49 says, in the event of any following while making a U-turn, car driver shall be fined from 600 NT dollars to 1,800 NT dollars. These two articles shows that a driver must yield to pedestrian in certain circumstances, otherwise that driver will get fined. But it seems not enough to protect our pedestrians with only the help of Road Traffic Management and Penalty Act. So in the end of this part, I want to share some news of future traffic laws in Taiwan. First news is that in August 17, 2023, our Executive Yuan passed the draft of the Basic Act on Road Traffic Safety. Will be sent to the Legislative Yuan for review, In the future, the Executive Yuan will establish a central road traffic safety report, which will be personally presided over by the President. Sufficient funds will be allocated by governments at all levels to review the outline plan regularly every 4 years, demonstrating the government's determination to completely improve road safety. And you can see key points of this draft in this page of my slide. The second news is that in November 21, 2023, amendment to some provision of the highway law would pass at the third readings of the Legislative Yuan. So in the future, it is clear that the design and construction of highways must be people-rented. In the future, when roads such as provincial roads or country roads are built, if they pass through urban roads, medical institutions, or airports, barrier-free sidewalk and pedestrian walking areas should be set up within a certain range, or traffic cone areas, to ensure the safety of passerby. And that's the end of the first part. Now let's get into the second part of why we need these protections. And to analyze why these protections are necessary, let me show a few charts first. The first chart is the number of pedestrian fatalities and injuries in Taiwan every month of the past 5 years. As you can see in the chart, almost every month had more than 1,000 pedestrians get hurt or dies. To me, that number is pretty high. The second chart shows the number of pedestrian fatalities and injuries nationwide over the years. This chart shows more years and an increasing trend in the number of pedestrian fatality and injuries. And the last chart shows the comparison of pedestrian fatalities by country in 2022. You can see Taiwan's numbers almost double, triple, even 10 times more than other countries. So through this chart, we can know why we need these protections. And in Taiwan, there's a group of people really concerned this issue. The group's name is Zero Pedestrian Deaths Initiative Alliance. They have a project named Vision Zero. What is Vision Zero? Simply put, they want zero pedestrian deaths. And in order to achieve their goal, they have 5 demands. 1. Systematic upgrade of pedestrian infrastructure. 2. Revise driver education and testing. 3. Enforce traffic laws that protect pedestrians. 4. New traffic legislation. 5. Bring Vision Zero to local governments. To let public and government know their demands, they organized a protest march in August 20 this year, called March for Pedestrian Rights. Even though it rained that day, this march still attracted more than 10,000 people to attend. It proved that many people concerned this issue too. Now let's get into the last part of this report, my conclusion. After completing this report and conducting some research, I've learned about how laws protect pedestrian safety in Taiwan. Also, I've known some individuals and organizations that deeply concerned about these issues, like Zero Pedestrian Death Initiative Alliance and their project Vision Zero. Even though there are still many shortcomings in Taiwan's traffic law and regulations that aim at safeguarding pedestrians, I've noticed that some changes are being made, and in the future, we'll have more laws to protect pedestrians, although it remains uncertain how long it would take to achieve the goal of zero pedestrian fatalities. All laws and regulations are gradually evolving. In conclusion, I sincerely hope that Taiwan can soon shed its notorious reputation as living hell for pedestrians. Here's my references to this report. And thank you for listening.